Well, you'll want to take note of an upcoming unique musical experience where you can even dress up as your favorite pollinator. Here buzzing around with your invitation is Erin Byrne. Nice to see you, Erin. Thanks for coming here.
Yes.
Before we get to a big party that's happening, I want to find out something exciting happened at the Denver Botanic Gardens this past weekend. What was it?
It did, yes. We had a relative of the corpse flower that bloomed over the weekend. It's called the voodoo lily, and it is far less dramatic and stinky than the corpse flower, but it still is something cool. It was over 3 feet tall. It looks kind of more like a calla lily than the big florally bloom that the corpse flower had. And it is starting to close up because it's been open since Saturday. So if people want to take a peek, definitely come over today. But you cannot smell it like you could with the corpse flower.
But how do you, I mean, how often does this flower open? I know the corpse flower, it was like one every 15 years or something.
Right. This one is much more frequent. It can bloom once a year.
Okay.
And so we just acquired this plant a year ago, so we're not sure if that will be the case because it does have to store up energy to bloom.
Gotcha.
But we'll see. So it could bloom next year.
And how do you know when something like this blooms? Do you have cameras on it 24/7?
Well, the horticulturists are always in the greenhouse tending to the plants, and so they kept a close eye and knew, you know, when it started sending the shoot up that it was going to open, but we didn't know the exact day or hour, so we were kind of just on bloom watch.
Very cool. You can always go to botanicgardens.org if you want to check things out and see what's buzzing around. Now, speaking of buzzing, March 12th is your Bumblebee Jamboree. This sounds like a lot of fun. You have David Williams. He's going to be a musical guest.
Yes, he is an Emmy-winning musician, and his concerts for children are really fun because he incorporates video, his songs, and also he is an illustrator, so he does live cartoon drawings during the show.
Oh, fun. What ages is this for?
It's great for infants to about 10 or 12 years old, but it's definitely geared more towards toddler, you know, first, second grade.
And you're encouraging the kiddos to dress up?
Yes, yes. Since we call it Bumblebee Jamboree, we encourage kids to dress up as their favorite pollinator. So that could be a bee, a butterfly, a bird, a bat.
Very nice. And what's the goal for this big event for the kids?
The goal is just to have a fun, entertaining event that's also educational and just a way to release some energy and for families to connect and meet each other.
Did you say a bat as a favorite pollinator?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know bats pollinate.
Well, they carry, you know, fruit and seeds around and drop, so yeah.
Okay, well, I've only had 3 hours sleep, so that took me for a moment. I was like, wait a minute, did she say a bat? I didn't know that. And going on right now is V for Vegetables. What's that all about?
V for Vegetables is an art exhibit that celebrates victory gardens. And those are vegetable gardens that popped up during war times when there was a food shortage. People started growing their own vegetables. And so there's a bunch of vintage posters and ads and cookbooks from our library's collection, along with contemporary victory garden posters by artist Joel Wertheim.
And this event, is it more for the adults?
It is great for all ages. The adults will love the vintage element, nostalgia, and then the kids will just think the colors are cool. It can have great conversations with families about vegetables and growing gardens and things like that.
That's really neat, and it's a family experience.
Yes,
so mom or
definitely.
dad can take their kiddo and educate themselves. That's wonderful. Now, an event coming up is called Off the Clock. That's in March.
Yes, there is an event this Friday, Off the Clock, and that sold out. So the next one that you can go to is in April, and the theme is Vintage Victorian. And so it celebrates everything vintage. So you can come dressed in either classic or goth vintage or steampunk. We're going to have a costume contest. There will be ballroom dancing lessons, tea etiquette class, flower arranging, live music, cash bar. So it's an after-hours event. It's just a fun way to kind of break some cabin fever in the winter.
And it's in the Off the Clock series?
Yes.
Why did you decide to start the series?
Well, we wanted to have a new event that just does something unique. Each event's a different theme during the winter. So it is after hours, so people get to come after the gardens is closed and be in the conservatory after dark, which is a really unique experience.
Ooh, I've never done that, believe it or not. You've been on the show for almost 11 years, and I've never had a chance to do that, so I'll go take a sneak peek. Remind our viewers of free days, too, where we can go visit the Denver Botanic Gardens.
There is a free day today at Chatfield Farms.
Oh, really?
And then the next one at York Street is March 19.
Okay, March 19th is the next one at York Street.
Yes.
And I know this is far off, but give us a sneak peek of your summer concert series.
We will be announcing the summer concerts on April 4th.
Okay.
But we do have a couple of sneaks that have been announced. UB40, Red Red Wine.
Yes, Red Red Wine.
And then there's a new supergroup with Katie Lang, the country singer, Nico Case, who's an indie rock folk singer, and then Laura Veers, who's also an indie rock. Three of them got together to create an album, so they're touring together with this new album.
That's really cool. Well, we're going to have them on the show, and hopefully you
Yes,
back to
yes.
talk and promote about that. It's sure to be a buzzing good time at the Bumblebee Jamboree, taking place March 12th and April 16th at the Denver Botanic Gardens York Street location. It's going to be so much fun. And for all the events taking place, even special exhibitions, you can visit their website. Simply go to botanicgardens.org. That's botanicgardens.org. There's going to be a lot of fun happening.